Hey guys, what is going on? I'm here back with another video, and today let's talk about XRP. Now, there was this new interesting article that I want to bring to your attention. It talked about how there's a very so pundit is essentially another name for like an expert in the space, and someone in the space suggested Ripple's XRP massive explosion to $1,000 price. Now he said that it's a lot of people saying that it's a fantasy, don't really understand the foundation of what XRP and Ripple is, and so he breaks down the different reasons why it's possible. So he said in a bold forecast for XRP, analyst CryptoTank has proposed that XRP, the native token of Ripple network, could potentially skyrocket to a valuation of 1,000 per token. The bold prediction comes despite XRP's tumultuous journey over the past 7 years, marked by regulatory hurdles, including the high-profile case of SEC and Ripple. We already know about that. We talk about that a lot, but there's some positivity coming from there finally, with the SEC possibly not appealing, which we'll talk about more. In a series of tweets on Saturday, CryptoTank laid out a compelling case for XRP's potential surge, grounding his argument in the token's utility in the global financial system. Everyone's saying 1K XRP is a fantasy doesn't understand how the utility of XRP will drive price to unbelievable levels. And we've talked a lot about this in our channel before, how the adoption of Ripple and XRP and the overall market of the banking system, the financial industry using XRP, and how powerful that really is and what that could translate to for the price of XRP. And so we never really put an exact price prediction of exactly how much we think it's going to go to, but at the end of the day, once it hits those major resistances after 60 cents or after 66 cents or even after the all-time high of $3.84, like all those lines of resistances afterwards is really just a wild ride, pretty much, just because we don't know where we could go after that, because if you're thinking about it, there's no resistance after that. Notably, the crux of CryptoTank's argument lies in the potential adoption of RippleNet, Ripple blockchain-based payment network by financial institutions. The pundit, which is essentially once again the expert, which is CryptoTank, said Swift is adopting RippleNet currently into their messaging system for cross-border payments. This integration could revolutionize the way international transactions are processed and settled. I made a video about this with Ripple or XRP, the technology of RippleNet, and the technology of Swift, and how Swift is very outdated. Now, considering how many decades Swift has not really revolutionized or changed, just shows you how possible it is for Ripple to be the driving technology for financial institutions, for and even cross-border payments. And that's because Ripple is more efficient, it's more cost efficient, it's faster, it's less riskier. The Swift network has a lot of hacks and a lot of things of that sort that don't essentially allow financial institutions to have the utmost trust within the network. And so that's where Ripple comes in and provides that support. Swift currently handles approximately $5 to $7 trillion in daily transaction volume. So $5 to $7 trillion in daily transaction volume. So when you look at a number like this, and it basically tells you how powerful the current network is and how many people have already adopted it. But if that moves over to Ripple and XRP, how much possible like volume that'll bring to XRP and the token itself, which will obviously drive the price in a bull move. However, Swift only manages the messaging aspect of these transactions, is not the actual settlement. With RippleNet and XRP, both messaging and settlement could potentially be completed in 3 to 5 seconds at a fraction of the current cost. So if you've ever sent money worldwide, if you've ever sent money from point A to point B, you know how expensive it can possibly be to do that. Ripple solves exactly that. He said, currently the cost of a Swift messaging transaction is $20 to $50 versus pennies with XRP. So banks will be greatly incentivized to adopt RippleNet using XRP to save hundreds of billions in fees per year. If you've ever looked into the Twitter profile of Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, if you've ever looked deeper into the administration of what Ripple and XRP is, you'd really see the impact that the overall company has and how confident they are. They're working constantly every single day to basically integrate Ripple and XRP and its technology into all the solutions and businesses, and pretty much any business that or any company that wants to move money from point A to point B, which is almost every single business, because of the pure advantages of doing so. Furthermore, the pundit described a scenario where banks settle just 10% of their transactions using XRP. According to the pundit, this would equate to about $500 billion in daily volume. The crypto tank argued that the liquidity pools on the XRP ledger would need to hold approximately double that amount, or $1 trillion to facilitate such volume. The price of XRP would then be determined by dividing this $1 trillion in value by the amount of XRP available in liquidity pools. Assuming 10 billion XRP tokens are delegated to these pools, a price per XRP would be $100 to handle this volume. This is why XRP has to be very high to move just 10% of Swift's daily volume. When you start adding other banks, it gets crazy how high XRP will go. He added, suggesting that the utility by more institutions and banks could propel XRP to the $1,000 mark. That said, the price forecast, while seemingly fantastical to some, follows Ripple's recent announcement of beta testing RLUSD, a new stablecoin on the XRP ledger and Ethereum network. While I mean, we talk about this a lot, really, but this is really a reality of how Ripple has been moving recently, and so it's only a matter of time before we can really see the power and the effectiveness of Ripple technology, of Ripple stablecoin, of Ripple's XRPL, and the ledger that's completely decentralized, open to the public, it's publicly sourced, like all or open source. These are all different things that allow Ripple to reach those target prices that we, like a lot of pundits or experts in the space, have come up with, because to handle the transaction volume, even 10% of what Swift currently handles of $5 to $7 trillion, which is $500 billion, with the consideration of all banks really utilizing the network, the price really has to be at a certain level in order to actually successfully manage all those level of transactions. With that being said, guys, that's all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was definitely an interesting article that I wanted to share with you guys, just because it gives you the POV or the perspective of how a lot of the pundits, a lot of the experts are looking at it, and you should always take all perspectives into consideration when making investing decisions. Of course, it isn't financial advice, but at the same time, you just look at the different catalysts that are coming out. Look at the positive things that are coming out around cryptocurrencies in general, with the election year coming out, with the Feds dropping rates by 50 points. A lot of these things are moving the pin in the right direction. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.